Becky, hello, happy 11/11. Normally when I do a reading, I show you the cards. I've already shuffled them and I cut them, which I did, but my phone is acting up, as it is bound to do at least once. So I'm using the Kindle. I've already started the reading. That's why it's not the way it normally is. This will be about 20 minutes. So if you don't have time, you can pause this and watch it when you do have about 20 minutes. So the first card, which I put here, and this is what covers you. This sums up your overall situation. Autumn has to do with material things. This is earth, so things to do with money, possessions, job. You're in a position right now where you feel you're kind of down and out. You're relying on the help and generosity and kindness of others. You don't like what that feels like. You do like being self-sufficient. You like being able to take care of yourself. You hate having to ask. But that's something to understand, is that things go in cycles. Sometimes we're in a position to give and sometimes we need to receive, and there are generous and loving people in your environment that you can go to for the help that you need. This may not be financial, although that's the way it's denoted here, but it could be for anything that would help with your stability. So anything that pertains to your family or home life, financial or material, where you're not just quite making it, and you're needing to rely on the assistance of others, but that's not anything to feel ashamed of, and they are not judging you for it. They're more than willing to help. They're happy to show you the kindness because they know that you've been in a position where you have helped others before and you will again, and this is just temporary setback. So with each suit, it starts with the ace and then it ends with the 10. So this is about halfway through. This isn't the end yet. This does not end in defeat. It's just a temporary struggle on the journey. What crosses you is something that affects that, for better or for worse. And this is the Empress. So what I feel, what is interesting. This could be one of two ways. And I would like to see, okay, I know. So in particular, a person that you can go to, and again, she's the mother of the tarot. She's very nurturing. You see how she has all these nice clothes on. She's got nice stuff. She's not a snob or anything. She just likes having nice things and being well taken care of. She, again, is focused material, just like here. But this person has a lot to give, and they love to share. They love to take care of people they care about. That gives them joy and pleasure like no other. That is their purpose in life, is to take care of people and to mother them and to nurture them. And this person would be delighted to take you under her wing and to make you feel comforted and to share her blessings with you. And that just illuminates more on this card. Somebody who, and again, this doesn't necessarily have to be material, but basically if you're feeling impoverished, there are people, in particular this person, who happen to be very abundant in what you're lacking, that will delight in being able to help you. That is what they live for. At the foundation of this issue, something possibly in the distant past that gave rise to this. And I'm sorry, the camera quality on this Kindle is not as good as on my phone, but whatever. So at the foundation of this is 7 of Summer. So you had a lot of ideas, possible paths you could take, and you were musing over several different options, which was great. You were keeping your options open. Problem being, you weren't actually taking action. So you may have been looking over and considering 7 different paths, feeling like you're doing something because your mind is very active and you're imagining all the things you could do, but really you weren't going anywhere. You weren't getting anything done. You weren't accomplishing. It was all thought, no action. And so this perhaps gave rise to the circumstances you're dealing with now, is that maybe you waited too long to actually do something, or maybe you couldn't make up your mind. You couldn't decide which way you wanted to go, and so the more that you deliberated, the more time that you wasted, and the further you got into this hole that now you're needing help getting out of. In your recent past, something that affects this situation is the 3 of Summer. This is actually quite joyous, and if you had been feeling down, this is a great thing for you to have in your life. This could very literally be 3 women. It doesn't have to be exactly 3. This is just the support and the joy the infectious positivity from women in your life. So while there may be a struggle, you have women who would like to see you succeed. They're trying to keep you positive. They're cheering you on every small success. They're delighted for you, and they celebrate for you, and they're trying to keep you encouraged and feeling like you're getting somewhere. And so they love to share your success. So in your recent past, you had some support and some uplifting from women in your life who were there for you. In your near future, so in your near future, there's going to be a lot happening. Not that it's good or not that it's bad, as long as you know how to direct and manage all the energy. It could be overwhelming if you're that type of person. Some people thrive on that. So really, whether this is a good card or bad card depends on who you are, your state of mind, and how you choose to handle it. But be prepared for that in the near future. There's going to be a lot of stuff happening. Since what we're talking about, this could be things like responsibilities that are all of a sudden piling up on you, bills that are suddenly all due right now and they can't be put off anymore, or conversations that need to be had, repairs that need to be made in the home, grocery shopping needs to be done, duties and responsibilities, and text messages and meetings. I think I said meetings already, but your energy is going to be pulled in a lot of different directions. The main thing is to maintain a cool head. Try to keep your energy focused, however works best for you, but don't let it overwhelm you. And just know that, yes, it might feel like a whole bunch, but this is also action that's moving you forward on your path. That's moving you toward a better place, toward where you want to be. So it's not necessarily unwelcome, because while it's a lot to deal with at once, it's all things that are going to contribute to your advancement. Okay. What crowns you? The best thing you have going for you in this situation is balance. So your asset here, and actually that really does tie into there. Your asset is that you know how to balance your focus on all your priorities without neglecting one or the other, investing too much in one part of your life and neglecting, say, if you're focused on work and then you neglect your kids, or you focus too much on your kids and you neglect your spouse. You do have it down. You understand the need for your life to have all of its aspects running smoothly and wholly, and for all of the parts of you and your life that need attention to have the attention that it needs. So you are very good at keeping that balance and maintaining that distribution of your resources, your energy, and your time, to make sure that everything is running smoothly and as it should. So that is going to help you with this upcoming thing here. And possibly in general in this situation, is that, because you have that balance, you understand you understand what instinctively what shifts you need to make to compensate for the difficulty, what other parts of your life you can make adjustments to in order to shift more of your focus here without letting the rest of everything fall down. And that's really important. You in this situation are the 8 of Autumn. So, you're working hard. You're putting your labor and your talent in hopes of something coming out of it. You're working toward a goal. And again, this is Autumn. This is material, so it could be stability or a home or a new job. Maybe you're learning a new job. And that's awesome. And it's an 8, so it's almost completion. But this is kind of like a jump in the gun thing. You don't be disappointed. You may be trying to take on something that you're not quite ready for yet. You have accomplished quite a bit and you've made a lot of progress, but there's still more that you need to learn. This would recommend that you consult with somebody who's done this before, or who knows about what it is that you're learning or doing. Somebody that could offer you wisdom and advice from the experience. Also with books, study. So before you take that next step, before you get ahead of yourself, make sure that you thoroughly, inside and out, are knowledgeable and familiar with what it is that you're pursuing. So talk to people that have done it before, gather their wisdom, read books or information on what it is that you're doing, get proficient in that way too, and prepare yourself before moving forward. So since this is you in this situation, you are at a place where you need to develop your skills, where you need to learn more before you're ready to move ahead. In your environment, something that affects the situation that is not you, but it affects you. Oh my goodness, someone else got that in right the same spot. The High Priestess. In your environment, there's someone who is very in touch with their intuition. Somebody who just knows what to do. They are very self-confident, not like, with their body image or anything, just somebody who doesn't question that little voice that tells them what they should do and what they shouldn't do. They don't make excuses for following their gut. They don't have to rationalize or justify making a decision that just doesn't feel right. And so this person will contribute to your situation, perhaps by inspiring you to pay attention to your intuition, or by consulting on their inner guidance to lead you or to help you find the right path. And that's going to impact this situation. Your hopes or fears as it pertains to this situation. We have the King of Spring. Now, this may not necessarily be a person. If it is a person, though, this would be a very, sorry, I can't really see it for this stupid cord. This would be a very passionate man. He is busy. He is enthusiastic. He is like the sun in the sky. Although he has a ton going on, he isn't like too scattered. I mean, there's a method to his madness. He's got a lot going on. He's kind of like Bim. Like, he does a million things, right? And he's got all this energy, but he doesn't just leave things unfinished. Like, he actually gets all of it done. That's kind of what this kind of guy is. He just has all kinds of energy, lots of passion, a lot of optimism, and he's just go, go, go. And so most likely this would be a hope. I mean, it could be a fear, and only you would know that. My interpretation would most likely be that this is a hope. Maybe you hope to meet a man who works hard, but not who's boring, not just who focuses, not like that kind of work hard, like workaholic work hard, but maybe you want to meet a man who's motivated, somebody who wants to do things, wants to make things happen, and who has a positive attitude, and who's excited and can get things done, and just somebody like a fire, like a Leo, an Aries, or a Sagittarius. All the said, anyways. So that could be what you seek and what you desire. Not necessarily like in a romantic way. You might just be looking for motivation from somebody who you know is very motivated, and you know that they will light a fire under your butt. But that's your hope or fear. All right, and the final card, this is your possible outcome if you continue on your current path. If this doesn't look like something you would like to happen, it's not destined to be, no matter what. You make your choices, you have free will. You can consciously choose to make different decisions that will lead you in a different direction. But as long as you continue on your current path, you will experience some small step of success. This is not completion yet because we're at the 4. Spring is fire. And here we've got the fire there, fire here. So you've got a good healthy mix of fire, which is like passion and creativity, and earth, which is responsibilities and stability. And actually they work well together because that's your earth, that's your work and play. Good work and play balance. Where is it? Balance. So that's very good. So if you continue on your current path, you, in the spring sense, you'll get somewhere, accomplish something, not in a serious way, not in the earth part, but more like in the creative part. Maybe you will, now this is not like a new beginning, but maybe you'll really start enjoying some type of creative hobby. Or maybe you started out, this is something you would started out passionate about, learned more about it, put more action toward it, and this is the first milestone. So it's just starting to give you results back. You're stopping to celebrate because you have had some small success, something that indicates that this is working, some feedback that proves to you or confirms to you that this is fulfilling and exciting. So you pause to celebrate. I know it shows a couple. It's most likely not a romantic relationship, but I mean, especially considering this guy here, I mean, who knows who he is? It could be. This could be the beginning of a dynamic partnership. Typically, relationships are associated with summer, which is the cups. This type of a relationship would be a relationship with purpose, fun, but very active. You may be in a partnership, not like a relationship wise, but it could be a partnership like an art collaboration or a project. But it could just be, and I don't know what your sign is either, but it could be just a very passionate relationship where in your the possible outcome of your current path being that, you know, you might start to see a possibility of this working out, a future with this person. But if it's not, you know, then it would just be starting to get some confirmation or some validation back that what you're putting your energy toward is paying off. And again, that part, not in the financial way, just in the fulfilling, exciting, it sets you on fire, and it's bringing things to your life. So that's an awesome blessing. So hopefully that made sense to you. If you have any questions, I suppose you could ask, but I don't know any. Actually, you know more about what all of this means than I do. So yeah, keep your head up, because it looks like whatever minor struggle you're going through right now, you have the wisdom and the skill to get through it. You've got the resources, people to talk to that can aid you. Also, you've got the support and the optimism of the people around you, skills. You really just have all of the factors working in your favor, and it looks like it's a good possible outcome for you. So have a wonderful 11/11. Bye.